Hello everyone, this is Vinay. Here we'd like to explain about contextual factors impacting upon organizations. These are team members Raju Dvaishetty, Vinay Kumar, myself, and Naishat Patel. So coming to the point, introduction. As the organization will be facing many difficulties due to the free trade agreement which has made the product priced at a competitive rate and led to diminishing exports in foreign markets. This has the sales in China has been dropped from 15 to 99% due to this effect. The competitors has gained an advantage in selling their products in a better way. So coming to the next slide. Contextual factor for man below. The first factor affecting this man below is regionalism. And the second factor is dominance of Coles, Woolworths, and supermarkets like Coles and Woolworths. Another important obstacle that the company will be facing from supermarkets like Coles and Woolworths, which has reduced its price on the farm gates, that has led the increased pressure of the wholesales. These affect the bargaining power of the organization with these supermarkets, who accounts for more sale of products through them. So the factors along with the poor conditions of the factors also affect like poor conditions of the weather has taken into consideration and the demand of the product in 2013 and 14. Okay, coming to the fourth point, free trade agreement with Korea, China and Japan has actually excelled the sales position of these mangoes. Coming to the next slide. Impact of FTA agreements. The Australian producers were pushed hard to agree to the China deal. The impact of free trade agreement for the company resulted in an increase in trade facilities with China to a very great extent. The CEO of the Horticultural Exporters Association agreed to the fact that the demand among these Chinese have increased to a very fast extent, which has helped in increasing the demand by more than 50% by planting more number of mango trees. So the third impact of FTA agreement is usage of vapor heat treatment is one of the technological inventions. So coming to the next slide, strategic gap. Strategic gap. It has been observed that in terms of exportation, man below mangoes are being driven to the sensitivity of organization where the Australian market has somehow deprived of the best quality mangoes that have been exported. The problem lies in the fact that certain agreement with China, Japan and Korea does not match appropriately. So hence the domestic market is not receiving adequate proportion of best quality. So the next slides will be continued by my friend Raju. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vinay. Hello, everyone. My name is Raju. I'm here to continue the presentation. Well, coming to the point. The slide is industry-wise growth of economy in Australia. Well, you can see in the graph, we consider the few industrial sections of the graph like servicing, mining, manufacturing, construction, and agriculture, forestry, and fishing. Well, from these graphs, you can just see that the agriculture growth in Australia is positive. I mean, the agriculture in Australia has positive output growth. It became possible only due to the export business. Like, the agriculture business in Australia has increased to a great extent because of use of the latest technology. Using the latest technology, we can export the large amount of products to other countries for the reasonable price. So this has become a very good advantage for the Australia, and also has become a very good growth in the economy. Well, coming to the next slide. It's regional economic issues. Well, in this regional economic issue, we consider domestic demand of the fruits has significantly sunk. this has effectively diminished domestic distribution of the fruits, thus having adverse impact upon the industries. And the poor weather condition in financial year 2013-14 has also affected the market structure. Well, let me explain you this. The increase in the demand in the overseas has made a huge effect on the local market, because a huge amount of the products are being exporting to the other countries for the higher price. Well, this has shown the effect on the local people for paying the more amount on the particular product which they are required. And apart from this, well, as a third point here, we consider the weather conditions. The weather condition was also poor in the financial year 2013 and 2014, as my friend Vinay has told in the previous slide. The market of the product was really decreased in the year 2013 and 2014. Well, coming to the next slide, I'm continuing this slide. Well, the free trade agreement between Korea and Australia has eliminated tariff up to 24%. The agreement between Korea and Australia with respect to the free trade has helped in the elimination of the tariffs by around 24%. Withdrawal of interest from the supermarket chains such as supermarkets like Coles and Woolworths has also aggravated the situation in the domestic concern. Well, the supermarket giants in the country such as Woolworths and Coles have withdrawn their interest with respect to the product of the company, which is making it difficult for them in selling the products. Well, due to the depreciation value of Australian dollars, the global trade has been hampered, thus leaving the price of mangoes becoming cheaper in the foreign markets, however remaining higher in the domestic market. Well, apart from the disparity value of Australian dollars, has caused the product to be a higher value in the domestic market and at a lower value in the exports market, respectively. Well, these are my slides, and the next slides will be continued by my friend, and thank you very much.
Hi friends, thanks for Raju. And my next slide is strategic recommendation. First of all, what is the Moonbulo? So Moonbulo is one of the biggest company in Australian countries. So Moonbulo mangoes can revive its revive its production level in the different segments. And in this company, the CEO needs to ensure that the production process has cheaper cost and also it's the foreign exports, so that it's ensure that basic understanding of both the international markets and also domestic markets demand. And my next slide is to continuation the free trade agreement into the consideration. The production and distribution process can be revamped with new plans, and the currency value has lowered down. The domestic markets needs like to be highly effective with the different markets value. So in the next slide is corrective measures. In the next scenario, like mango is a seasonal fruit, we know that, and it needs to be segmented into two segments of the market categories. Like one is the local market demand, and the another one is the market international market demand. The local market demand is also dependable at every time, even in the crisis period. And the supermarket giants need to be taken into grip, so that it does not have negative impact upon in the distribution. And my next slide is conclusion. So we conclude our presentations so that it's the depreciating value of Australian dollars has caused the product to be a higher value in the domestic market and a lower value in the export market, respectively. And another one is the supermarket giants in the country have withdraw their interest with respect to product of the company, and which is the marketing. It's difficult for them in selling for the products. And my next slide is our references, and another one is the reference, and sorry for that. Thanks to everyone.